All right, everybody, we are rolling audio here today on episode 7 of the Hodder Show. Thank you so much for hitting that play button and tuning in to today. We're talking Fastlane coming up on Sunday here. I'm sitting here with my esteemed panel of wrestling experts. To my right, even though you can't see him, is none other. He's waving, even though you can't see him. Is none other than Mr. Brandon, best known as Noob from Your Average Noob and Your Average Noob Wrestling. If you've seen his videos, say hi to everybody, Brandon.
I don't think Wade Barrett's re-signing.
Wow.
All right.
Straight up and say it.
Straight up. All right. Okay. Dropping the bomb first off here. And to my far right here, we have making his podcast debut. Actually, both these guys are making their podcast debut. I don't know what I'm saying. We have Mr. He's the heel, Ryan Wood. Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, thank you for having me, TJ. I was almost going to wave too, and I just thought, it's like, no,
We're just, this is weird. Dude, you guys are used to videos. You know, obviously Ryan does the Your Average Noob stuff with Brandon.
Even though he waves at the videos we don't do webcam in.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. You know, you guys do that. So I don't have to worry about that kind of crap because I just podcast. So it's all good.
Oh, he's waving all the time.
I mean, I make gestures with my hands and stuff sometimes. And it's the funniest thing you'll ever fucking see. All right. So we're just kind of going to get into this here. Talking about Fastlane, kind of giving our thoughts and predictions. So just kind of kicking into it here. First match we have on our card is the kickoff show, which is going to be Kalisto versus Alberto Del Rio for the United States Championship in a 2 out of 3 falls match.
I'm going first.
Yeah, you can just go in a circle.
I'm looking forward to it because it's 2 out of 3 falls match and a kickoff match. When was the last time we had a 2 out of 3 falls match in general?
It's been a long time. I don't remember.
Yeah, like they don't.
It hasn't been the last couple of years I can think.
I gotta think they're gonna be like they're putting 2 guys out there that they really trust to do this match. To do 2 out of 3 falls, it's a long match. And like Kalisto had that little incident on the what was it at Royal Rumble? He had that incident where he almost like broke his neck. But like those two really work well together, so I'm thinking it's gonna turn out pretty good.
Who do you got winning it?
I see Kalisto retaining it because I really don't see the reason to have Del Rio holding onto a championship. It just doesn't make any sense to me that he needs a championship. Especially if they're going to keep on going to the League of Nations. Have Sheamus have a championship, not Alberto Del Rio. It just seems like he should be the leader if he has.
Yeah, it makes more sense.
I'll just go right off with what you're saying there. When it comes to the League of Nations and how things are going, you dropped the bomb a little earlier in the podcast, and as we all know, Wade Barrett is not going to be signing again with the WWE. So reportedly, allegedly, he's not going to be signing again. So my thoughts right off the bat with this match: who's actually going to win? I don't have a clue. Now that Sin Cara is back, Kalisto and Sin Cara could easily go for the tag belts, which they should be. The tag team division is so depleted when you really just have the New Day and the Usos representing it that get Kalisto, you almost want to get him off the belt. But then again, like you said too, Brandon, the fact that Sheamus is the leader of the League of Nations, he doesn't have a belt. The League of Nations will probably break up soon, losing a big member, even though he's not used lately. That's still a big loss to the League of Nations, and I can see them breaking up. For me, it's going to be a stellar match. You're going to see a lot of good high points, each getting their own fall for each getting their one win. Ultimately, I don't know who's going to win this. It really can go either way, which is going to be nice. It could be exciting where it's not a predicted match.
This is a match you really can't predict yet.
Yeah, and you've got, you make a good point with now that Sin Cara's back, we need more tag teams. My thoughts on the whole thing, I love Kalisto. I like what they're doing with him, but I see Del Rio going over. It's going to be a great match, but I feel like Kalisto needs to be back with Sin Cara. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I feel like they need good tag teams more than they need good singles competitors right now.
So it sounds like they can use the singles push they've been giving Kalisto and give it to Sin Cara too in a tag team push?
Yeah, absolutely. I see that happening. I really do.
So who do you have?
I'm going to say with wanting the tag team division to get their boost back, I got Del Rio.
Okay.
All right, so we got...
You two taking Del Rio, I'm taking Kalisto.
And we can all agree it's going to be an awesome match. I'm looking forward to it.
2 out of 3 falls match with 2 guys who freaking can wrestle? Yeah, I'm down.
Yep. Well, absolutely. So, moving on here, we have our next match, which is the Divas Tag Team match.
Oh, God.
Yeah. It's going to be Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch, a now blonde Becky Lynch.
Pardon?
Yeah, she didn't see. She's blonde now. She's got her hair.
Wow, there goes.
Brandon's crying now. Versus Tamina Snuka and Naomi. Brandon's holding his head down, so I'll start off.
Pretty sure that just gives you the whole outcome of the match. The fact that she just went blonde, it's like fuck it.
Yeah. So
Heel turn.
I'll
Might as well
start
be a
off.
heel turn.
Yeah, so I'll start off here. I see Tamina and Naomi going over because I feel the whole Becky going blonde thing. I don't know what's up with that.
Actually judging this match off the
It
color.
could actually mean nothing. No, I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say, wow, bold prediction.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. I see Sasha and Becky going over because they're probably the two most over divas they have right now. I think it'd be stupid to make Tamina and Naomi. It is what it is.
Isn't it stupid to make Tamina and Naomi superstars at all at this point?
Tamina maybe no. Naomi, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, put it this way: Sam loves Naomi for some reason.
I think
So
Naomi will give her
Total Divas has made her a star in her own right.
Naomi is a part of the Divas revolution. People got to realize, even though these girls aren't as talented as Becky and Sasha, they represent what the division is becoming.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is that a good thing? Maybe not, because I can't see either of them with the belt anytime soon. Like for myself, when I think of this match, Becky Lynch, puberty just hit. My voice cracked. That was nice. No,
Heel Ryan Wood showing his true heelness.
yeah, but when I think of this match, I'm thinking easily Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch going over just to set up for a WrestleMania showdown between Charlotte. This is easily the setup to make sure who do they want to see as the face, who do they want to see as the heel. Probably obvious at this point, but just to get some tension in there. And actually with that, we may see those girls lose just to build tension, one screwing over the other, or they win. After the match, you're going to see an attack by one of them. This is the perfect opportunity to ramp up those two. But other than that, the match itself, I could really give a shit less. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen after the match to see who's going to be watching between Charlotte and Brie Bella a little closer.
Definitely. Brennan?
Well, first things first. If anybody's watched my videos who's listening, they know I love Becky Lynch and I've always wanted to go on a date with Becky Lynch.
Hashtag get Brandon a date with Becky.
If this is the case that she's gone blonde, I'm done.
Really?
Hashtag
That's a deal breaker.
no blonde Beckys.
I'm over her if that's the case.
Can I switch to almost interviewer mode for a second and ask why?
Oh, the red hair was like half the intrigue for me.
Wow.
I love the red hair. I loved her with the red hair. She fit red hair, so she was so fiery. Fire is orange and red. Her hair was orange and red. Anyways,
Probably heard Scott earlier.
I see Tamina and Naomi winning, just because I think this whole thing is to start a little bit of a rivalry with Sasha and Becky, so they can go as they're going into Mania, maybe a couple weeks down the road. They're gonna like fight for the #1 contendership, and I actually see Becky turning on Sasha.
Yep.
Could be interesting.
Because
Turn her heel.
you want Sasha to be the face going into Mania because she's most likely taking on Charlotte,
Yeah.
which gives away one of the
Yeah.
other matches we're guessing here. But if anybody really thinks Brie Bella is going to go over Charlotte,
Let's save that because you're going to be a little surprised.
Yeah, but so as far as the Divas tag match, I've got, I don't even remember who the hell I said anymore.
I think
That's the interviewing skills of TJ Hodder.
I just think that shows how much we care about the match. It's I don't think we really
it's a weird match.
Yeah, it's kind of, I feel like it was thrown together. I'm going to go with...
Like what did Tamina and Naomi do to deserve any airtime on a pay-per-view?
the fact that she was they were once partners with Sasha. That's the only reason.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Tamina is, okay, she's the son of a murderer.
Wow.
And Naomi, she's got a big ass and dates an Uso. I can't tell you which one. I know his real
I don't know
name's
which
John because I watched Total Divas, but that's about it.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
that's
it's
a
Is it
bold-
bad
At
how
the end
much-
of the day, it's a weird match.
How much I watch wrestling, but I still can't remember which Uso's which.
I don't even know their names. It's like
I don't
Jimmy
even
and
know
Jimmy
who
and
they
Jay,
are.
but I
Yeah.
can't remember which one's Jay and which one's Jimmy.
Jimmy's the one with the name Jimmy, and I think Jay's got Jay as a name. Something weird.
Oh, that's why.
Something weird like that. But at the end of the day,
Screw this tag.
it is a weird match. I've got Sasha and Becky.
I give them 2 minutes tops to
Yeah,
work
for
this
sure.
match.
For sure.
Quick
Brandon
loss. I take Tamina and Naomi.
and Woody.
Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks.
All right. So moving on here, we've got the segment that sure
show.
will lead into a match.
It's the Peep Show.
Which is the peep. Well, isn't it the cutting edge peep show? They're
The Cutting
calling
Peep
it?
Show or whatever.
Cutting edge peep showing. Cutting edge showing
peeping
peeps.
edge.
The peeping shows.
least
The
one of them.
Peeping Edge.
At least one of their names isn't Tom. That's nice.
The peeping Tom show. So it's Edge and Christian interviewing the WWE Tag Team Champions, The New Day.
I think we should just say what we think's going to happen at this point.
Well, as far as actually, we'll let Woody start here.
Yeah, because I got some colorful things I want to say. I am highly disappointed that this is a segment. When I think of Edge and Christian, these guys, before Edge got injured, this was the face of the tag team division. This was the epitome that they could have carried on. Let's say if they're injured, they had no injuries, both perfectly healthy. We could have actually been seeing them still to this day, possibly wrestling for the tag belts. They're that good. Now that they've been gone for so long, they want to come back with this talk show shit. I'm not looking forward to it. I really could care less at this point. I'm looking forward to their show after the pay-per-view.
Well, I think that's the whole reason they're having them on. Is kind of like, oh, hold
Hype
on,
the show.
before you forget that what's on after this, here's Edge and Christian.
I totally get that, but I'm looking at these two guys I really love, and I'm like, I don't give a shit that you're on here. But the fact they're introducing guys I hate, the New Day, probably one of the most overrated and most ridiculous tag matches or tag teams I've ever seen.
Wow.
And that's just not a heel.
This is why he's the heel, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, that's not a heel talking. That's just someone who knows the business. These guys are just a garbage gimmick that they have nothing else. Like I said in the tag team division, you have them and the Usos. I love the Usos, but they've proven that the fans aren't behind them yet, so you back the other idiots.
Ryan. Don't you dare be sour! Stand up and clap for your world-famous two-time champions and feel the power! It's a new day. Yes, it is. The New Day are going to get a shock.
I don't like them. A lot of tag teams have to be embarrassed by watching this. They're nothing but a simple gimmick with no talent. So in this case, I can't wait for Edge and Christian to introduce them drop the belts, and let's just move on with our lives.
Who are they losing the belts to?
Any friggin' person. I'd rather Goldust and Stardust come back and friggin' win the belts.
I feel like, okay, the reason Edge and Christian are at Fastlane doing this is because they're introducing a new tag team, most likely.
Yeah, most likely.
And why would they have Edge and Christian introduce a new tag team?
One of the best tag teams of all time.
Yes, and that's why they want that extra endorsement to make this new tag team seem legit. And who else would they bring up from NXT than Enzo and Cass? It just makes so much sense. Be like, okay, we'll get Edge and Christian to bring them in and have Enzo and Cass win the tag team titles from the New Day to kind of endorse them as being, okay, they're for real. Edge and Christian say they're good, they must be good because Edge and Christian were that good.
I just hear that, though. I'm like, wow, what an insult to the main card tag teams. And I know we're going to get into this a little later, but you got Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, a perfectly good
Okay,
tag.
but they haven't been using them they haven't been building them as a tag team.
I'm just saying that they're in the wings. You have the Usos. You now have the Lucha Dragons back. For fuck's sakes, you have the Matadors, which we haven't seen in a goddamn long time, but use them in a bloody match. You do have the opportunity to bring back Stardust and Goldust. A little weird to set up at this point in time. They're not going to go for the belts. But you have that as a tag team. You have the Ascension. In my opinion, the best heel tag team they have because it's old school power tag team.
I agree, but they just don't like the Ascension. Nobody likes the Ascension at WWE, apparently.
Yeah,
I like the Ascension. We all like the Ascension.
Yeah.
But whoever runs stuff doesn't seem to like Vince must not like the Ascension.
But that's just going into my thing. They have so many other tag teams, and I'm not even going to bring up the primetime players. That's just a whole other situation.
Well, they can't.
No, but that's what I mean. Like, they have so many tag teams. The fact that they got to go to NXT and say, hey, all of our veterans, none of you guys can compete with the New Day to make great matches, to me is
nobody's
a
as
insulting.
Over on the main roster tag team wise as Enzo and Cass are.
Enzo and Cass are not even on the main card, though.
With NXT, I mean.
Well, the Ascension was even more over than they were when they were on NXT, and look what they did when they brought them up.
Yeah, but Enzo and Cass, watch when Enzo and Cass... I want to see this because I think they're building towards Enzo and Cass having their WrestleMania moment, retaining the championships. Or even they could lose at Fastlane and then keep on going, having a rivalry with the New Day, and then winning at WrestleMania, having that be their WrestleMania moment. Because if Enzo and Cass go to WrestleMania 32, and Enzo does his whole monologue being like, my name is Enzo Amore. Could you imagine 100,000 people shouting that back to him? Would that not give you goosebumps?
That'd be cool.
Sure. Would it happen? Who knows? I think at the end of the day, we can all agree that it's kind of a weird segment in the sense of I hope something good better come of it, or else it's going to be a really weird segment.
I think this will be my favorite segment of the night if Enzo and Cass are introduced, or even like Dash and Dawson.
Yeah. I mean...
Because then what you've done, if you bring in Dash and Dawson and they beat the New Day for the belts... The New Day are faces now.
Yeah,
because Dash and Dawson are such a good heel team.
They're ready. You bring Alexa Bliss with them, the three of those two are ready to be on WWE television, 100%. So it's interesting.
So what are our predictions for that?
I'm praying to God that whoever the hell they bring, the New Day, drops the belts, and I'm going to go so far as one of them gets injured.
And that's why he's the heel, ladies and gentlemen. Brandon?
I'm going with they bring in Endzone cast, and the New Day retains to set up WrestleMania and big Enzo. Endzone big cast versus the New Day, where the New Day eventually takes, or the Endzone cast eventually.
Booking far in advance here. I'm going to say some new tag team is going to debut. I'm not going to say, I don't know who.
It could be Dash and Dawson. It could be Blake and Murphy.
Could be anyone.
Could be Edge and Christian. Maybe Edge
and Christian can come back for another one, brother. I can work an entire match around my neck.
Team Hell No's coming back.
Wow.
Moving on. We'll go with that 6-man tag match.
Okay, Ryback, Kane, The Big Show versus the Wyatt family. I think we all know what this is for. I don't think it's hard to tell. This is to put the Wyatt family over.
Absolutely.
Oh, spoiler alert, this is going to be a match announced on SmackDown this week, just so they can get this in.
Pretty sure it's getting announced tomorrow.
If it doesn't get announced, we're going to look like a bunch of idiots, but whatever. It's all good.
It's been officially said by Bleacher Report, formidable sources saying this is a match.
Yeah.
It's not on the card right now, but it's going to be on the card.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting.
This is an enhancement match for the Wyatt family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is so Kane, Big Show, and Ryback can make the Wyatt family look good going into WrestleMania, where you're going to see probably Bray Wyatt versus Brock Lesnar, and the Wyatt family versus the Cena family. I don't know.
Who cares?
Would you say their biggest mistake in this tag match is they're not utilizing Bray? I think they need to make it an 8-man tag match.
Well, we don't necessarily know who's going to be in the match.
Well, this is what I'm trying to say. Because we through our rumors.
What do you mean they're not using Bray individually?
Well, this is what I'm going to go to. According to the rumors, we know for a fact it's the Wyatt family going against the Titans, as they call them, of the WWE: Big Show, Kane, and Ryback. If it's a match where we see Luke Harper, Rowan, and Strowman go against these three, and Bray's kind of sitting off and coaching them, I'll be a little disappointed. You guys know how much I like Bray. I think Bray is a guy they need to push as the face of the business, but that's a whole other conversation. If he's going to be in the match, then fine, you can have one of the boys sitting off to the side. If they're going to have you want to utilize all four, they should have really thought about bringing in another Titan. And
well, technically, they could just have all four of them be in it. Who knows? Maybe it's a handicap match.
That or you could do something silly.
They could bring someone else in.
Yeah, I was going to make the joke, and now that I think about it, knowing the WWE, they'd probably do it. Bring in Mark Henry as one of the last
Well, they
big
can't now. He's
heavyweight.
hurt.
Oh, his knees finally gave out?
No, if you on Raw on Monday, he had an awkward fall off Big E's shoulder and just...
I thought he was fine.
Apparently, I think he broke a rib or something like that.
Oh, that's shitty.
Well, never mind, guys. I guess the Wyatt family couldn't get to one of the Titans quick enough.
He put out a tweet saying, it's just my rib. I'm going to be fine. I'll be back.
Well, that's good. But so at the end of the day, it's a match I think we're all kind of looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to seeing what Kane, Show, and Ryback can do to put them over.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, well, I'm going to totally agree with that in the sense I know the Wyatt family's going to win. The only thing I'm going to be disappointed in, and you guys know from my own wrestling taste, I'm an Attitude Era guy. So watching the old icons, Kane and Big Show, just look like a bunch of old men trying to keep going. It's like, oh, boys. It's these kind of matches I want to be like, as much as I love you guys, think about after WrestleMania, your retirement. Think about going more part-time, letting the Young Bucks go. So I think this is going to be a good match, but a slow match.
Oh, it's going to be slow.
Who you got going over in the match?
Oh, the Wyatts.
Yeah, Wyatts. I got the Wyatts as well. I think that's pretty cut and dry.
Here's something. It's an interesting touch, guys. And just before we go on, I'm just thinking in my head, if they utilize the four Wyatt families, do you think the one Titan that they didn't announce, the Phenom, could come and help the rest of the boys? Kane's been playing the Demon card a lot.
No, because I have another idea.
Okay, so I guess we can move on from that. Then I was just wondering, could the fourth Titan be Undertaker?
I was convinced by a video today of what I think might happen. I have an idea of what might happen now.
Okay, so we can touch on that maybe a little later.
Yeah.
Well, what's just quickly, what's the thing you're talking about?
Oh, Taker's gonna make his presence felt at Fastlane.
Oh, I'm sure in some capacity we can all agree Taker's gonna be there.
He's got to set up for Mania.
Yep. Next up, a match that I think we can all agree we're looking forward to, at least I am, is Chris Jericho versus AJ Styles. Now, I'll just start off here. I like what they've done with AJ so far. I think pushing him too quickly was a mistake. I've listened to him and Jericho's... Exactly. I listened to him on Chris Jericho's podcast. It sounded like they got along great. You can tell they have in-ring chemistry. Their last match they had on SmackDown I thought was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I do see... It's the whole, each one of them have a win over each other. Obviously, I do see AJ Styles going over strictly because I think he needs it a lot more.
Oh, yeah.
But I think it's going to be a great match. I think at the end of it, there's going to be that respect factor. Chris Jericho did give AJ the code breaker on Raw. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Kind of Jericho playing the heel, but I think it's going to help AJ get over with the WWE crowd big time.
I agree. AJ Styles. I think Chris Jericho, when Chris Jericho knew that AJ Styles was coming in, he's like, I want to put this guy over. And that's why I love AJ. That's why I love AJ Styles. That's why I love Chris Jericho, because he's willing to put his own ego aside, being like, no, I want to put this guy over.
Absolutely.
Because I think he respects all the stuff that AJ Styles has done for the business.
I'm gonna go a little bit of a heel turn, boys. It's just
that's a big surprise. That's a big fucking surprise. The heel Ryan Wood, ladies and
and
gentlemen.
the whole sense is like when I hear AJ Styles, he's supposed to be the greatest, the savior, the coolest thing, a phenomenal piece of crap. I mean, AJ Styles, good for you, kid. I'm proud of you. You're an excellent talent. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I agree with you, Tej, that they pushed him way too quickly, in the sense that I think they gave him too much of a quick push in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, he didn't win, though.
No, I know, and thank God he didn't, because the internet marks, I would have wanted to punch them all in the face the minute AJ won.
More so than usual.
Yeah, more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting to that another time.
But when I look at this match, it's too predictable for my liking. Obviously, AJ's going to go over. Like you said, not because of Jericho's going to put the kid over. No one's going to believe that Chris Jericho beat AJ Styles. If this was a Jericho maybe in 2002, I would put him over AJ easily. He's just that guy. In this match, when I saw their first thing against Raw, very slowed. When I looked at the comparison between the two, Jericho's at a veteran wrestling level. What I mean by that, you can start to see his body's getting a little bit of wear and tear.
You got to remember, Chris Jericho had just been in the Royal Rumble 50 minutes.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like to forget. The night before, he went for 50 minutes.
Oh, I'm going to keep going, boys. SmackDown, I saw a similar thing. I'm starting to see a very veteran style from Chris Jericho because he's not a young man anymore. Now, keep in mind, AJ's not a young man either, but he can still go with the younger bucks. He's still got the speed. He's still got the techniques behind him. Not saying Jericho doesn't have good technique, but when I see their two talents come together, it's definitely AJ's got to bring himself down a little. When I see stuff like that, I'm not overly impressed. It's one of these matches where I know what's going to happen. I've already predicted it, and it's like it's going to be a nice little filler match. It's not the bathroom match, but it's going to be like, okay, cool. Nice match, let's move on type thing for me.
Now, do you think we finally see Chris Jericho take a Styles clash in this match?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I really
They've
don't
been
know.
really not using the Styles clash a lot.
Yeah.
I think nobody wants
He
to
hasn't
take
used
it.
it at all yet, has he?
He used it once on
Did
The
he?
Miz, pretty sure.
I didn't even see it. When did he do that?
SmackDown a couple weeks ago.
I must have missed that SmackDown.
I just don't think many people want to take it. I think people just don't trust the move.
Well, I think there's a lot of guys, he can't do it in a lot of big guys.
Well, yeah, it's got to be his size or smaller.
So I think we'll see it on Jericho on Sunday.
I would hope so.
Even though I like the calf crusher more. I think that's such a brilliant move.
Mm-hmm.
The whole idea of just putting your leg in between a guy's legs and just wrenching on the guy's leg and pulling it down on it's like, that actually
It's a good move. It's a great move. So I think we all agree we got AJ going over, the three of us.
Yep.
So moving on here, we got the match I am most looking forward to. The Intercontinental Championship match, Kevin Owens versus Dolph Ziggler.
I'm here to show the world. I'm here to show the world. Kevin, here we go.
We'll start off with the heel because he's just got that look on his face.
Now it's going to join on the song saying, I'm here to show the world that Kevin Owens sucks.
Wow.
Yeah. Throwing out the heels, boys. No, I can't even do a heel turn on this. This is something where Kevin Owens, he can't really do me wrong at this point. Heel or face, he's been enjoyable for the most part in the ring. Mike Skills, I'm still not sold on, but I mean that has nothing to do with this match. When I think of they're both talent, both of them, I think this could be great. It's going to be similar to Dean Ambrose and Kevin Owens. Both of them can really work. Dolph Ziggler can do any sell better than anybody when it comes to taking a move.
Dolph Ziggler is one of the best workers in the business right now.
That's what I mean.
100%.
So you look at how Dean Ambrose can work with Kevin Owens. I think we get to see that again with Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. So I personally think it's going to be a great match where I think it's going to be one of the... I could see this is going to be the high point of Fastlane. The biggest spot of the night will come from this match.
Oh, most likely. I would guess. So who do you got going over?
For me, going over... Because they haven't really hyped it, like we're just coming off of Raw with the Fatal 4-Way. I think this was just a nice filler match for the... Oh, yeah, Fatal 5-Way, sorry.
Yeah.
Don't forget about Tyler Breeze or Stardust or whichever one you forgot about.
I forgot about Tyler
Ken
Breeze.
Wow.
I think everybody forgets about Tyler Breeze.
Tyler Breeze.
Let's
Heel
not-
turn from Hodder over here. So you got.
I got Tyler Breeze breaking his leg, and I have Kevin Owens going over.
Kevin
against
Owens
Dolph
going
Ziggler.
over.
Yeah.
Brandon?
I'm looking forward to this match. I know a lot of people are like, oh my god, Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens. Oh, I work for what culture? Anyways, I know that like...
Shots fired at what culture?
No, I love what culture. I have them on YouTube and
Yeah,
all
we
that.
love
But, like,
What Culture.
they all hate, like, I'm on their Twitter and they're like, oh my god, really? Dolph Ziggler and Kevin Owens again? Oh my... These are really good matches. I don't know what you're complaining about.
And if you think they're not good matches, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah, I'm like, I really enjoy the actual wrestling product, and these two know how to wrestle, and they know how to do it well. My favorite part about Kevin Owens is that he cuts promos during his matches.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Owens looks like the guy who's just like, oh, they won't give me the mic during the freaking show. I'll just cut my promo during the match.
Well,
and that's what he does.
You, that's why.
And no, but Owens is going over here. I think they want to set up Owens versus Styles for the Intercontinental belt.
Oh my god, I would mark out for that. That'd be amazing.
I would be so primed for a
I completely agree
Owens
with
Styles
that.
match at WrestleMania.
It's going to be a great match. It's going to be the match of the night, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
Well, with your future prediction, look what the Royal Rumble did. I think it preluded it pretty damn well.
Yeah.
The fact that Owens knocked out Styles out of all people.
And to these what culture guys, who the hell else are you going to put for the Intercontinental belt? This is a match made very quickly. This is happening within a
Ziggler's the perfect mid card guy right now. He's the he's the best mid carder that doesn't really need to go anywhere. Like Owens eventually could go up to the top card. I feel Ziggler just keep mid card. He's the best mid card guy they had that doesn't need to go anywhere.
Let's think of their mid carders right now. The League of Nations. Nope, you're not going to put them in any of those matches. You have Titus
Social
O'Neil.
outcasts.
I mean, who?
Sorry, who?
60-day suspension.
Sorry, the next 2 months, who?
Mr. 60-day suspension.
You got the social outcasts who?
They're like the low card, dude. They're not even mid card. They're like the low card.
You have Tyler Breeze, Goldust, Stardust. None of them are.
Tyler Breeze will work his way up to the better portion.
He'll get better. He'll get better.
But so far, you guys see what I'm saying. They have nobody that could fill this match in
Dolph
better than Dolph
Ziggler's,
Ziggler.
yeah, Dolph Ziggler's gonna put the best work in.
Oh, absolutely. So you got Kevin Owens going over.
Oh yeah.
I completely agree with everything you guys have said. I think it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be close. I think Ziggler's going to give him a run for his money. I don't think you're going to see a complete one-sided match. I hope not, because I love Kevin Owens. He's one of my favorite guys right now. But I also love Ziggler. Obviously, I see Kevin Owens going over as well.
How many times does he yell during his match with Ziggler?
Oh.
Over or under 10 times?
Over 10 times.
I'm actually going to say under. They don't have a big enough beef where Owens is going to get real heated with them.
He doesn't even need to have a beef.
He's Kevin Owens. He makes it
I'm the man around here!
Possibly.
I'm here to show the world.
Sell, Owens, sell!
So we can all agree it's going to be a good match. So moving on, we've got the WWE Divas title match. Charlotte versus Brie. Charlotte's going over. Moving on.
Can we just leave it like that?
Can we just leave it like that? It's the
fact that this is a charity match for Brie Bella.
Yeah.
Oh, your sister hurt her neck. Oh, your husband retired. Oh, here, have a belt.
Here's a titles match.
No.
So let's listen to the heels.
Your husband retired. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he could have died if he came
back. Yeah, he could have got really, really badly hurt.
You heard about it on episode 5 of the Hodder Show.
That's a shame. Yeah. He getting injured like that, that's a shame.
Mm-hmm, absolutely.
But it happens. Mm-hmm. You didn't see... If Jimmy Uso broke his leg on SmackDown tomorrow night, they're not going to say, oh, Jey Uso, you want to go for the championship? No.
WWE Championship. Here you go, brother.
Sad, maybe.
If Rikishi had to officially announce his retirement from the WWE, because I don't know if he ever actually had a ceremony depicting it, if Rikishi had to say, oh, I'm retiring from WWE, even though I did 10 years ago, and Jimmy broke his leg, it's not Jay, hey, you're getting the WWE World Heavyweight Championship because, your dad retired and your brother's an idiot.
Yeah, it's a weird match.
These are horrible human beings. I'm actually looking forward to this match.
Well, that's
this is a sense where finally Charlotte can showcase a little better. She's got to win herself.
Charlotte's winning me over as a heel. I'll give you that.
Yeah,
for sure.
She's got to do a little more now because she's got to. I feel like this is gonna be a match either she's gonna have to carry Brie, or the total opposite. We could actually see Brie stand out above and beyond. This is a match I can't wait to watch. The sense if Brie puts on a stellar performance, and I mean she looks better than Sasha and Becky in the night, what does the WWE do?
It's not going to happen.
Now, what do you think the chances actually are of Brie looking better than
the two best divas they have right now?
Pretty good. Do you want to know who Sasha and Becky's going against? One of the two worst divas they have.
Fair enough.
So if all they got to do is that take. Hold on. That tag team's going to make them look bad. So if Brie outshines them, I'm thinking in my head, next week on Raw, maybe next week on SmackDown, triple threat for the #1 contendership, and then they can decide. Brie's not going to win, but I still think if Brie puts on a great performance that night, win, lose, or draw, she should be looked at as a contender.
She'll put on a good performance because of all the shit that's gone on, and she'll want to put on a good performance, but she's not getting the title. She's not going to get another title because she's already said she's retiring in the summer.
So give her one last push. We'll see, but I personally am.
No, because then you'd have to find a way to fandangle your way into getting her the title back, getting Charlotte the title back before WrestleMania.
She doesn't have to win the title. I think that she deserves, if they want to push it where Brie wins a number 1 contendership match, like I said, in a triple threat match.
Because can we all agree that we want Charlotte and Sasha for WrestleMania?
No.
What do you want? You want Brie and Sasha?
No. Why the hell would I want
Do you
Brie
not want?
and
You just
Sasha
don't want a
Banks?
Divas match at all at WrestleMania, do you?
I'm pretty much the only person here who's advocating to watch these Divas matches.
I'm happy to watch it. I just
What
think
did you guys say? Charlotte's going to win. Moving on.
Charlotte's going over. That's the end of it. Moving
Yeah.
on. If Brie goes over, I'm going to be like, what? Why?
It's weird, but I still know...
It's no disrespect to Brie.
No, Charlotte's going to WrestleMania most likely, but when it comes to it, I'd rather see Charlotte versus Becky again. If I really had to be honest. Sasha's great.
I'll take Sasha versus Charlotte, Becky versus Charlotte.
Triple threat.
Triple threat would
There
be
you
good.
go.
Best of all worlds. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
So you've got Charlotte going over, Ryan?
I got Charlotte with Brie putting on a great performance.
Okay. Brandon's got Charlotte going over.
Charlotte with Brie putting on a mediocre performance.
And I've got Charlotte with Brie Bella just not ever coming back. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Are you?
Turned heel.
I got
heel
Daniel
turn.
Bryan coming in and putting the yes lock on Charlotte.
Exactly. But yeah, no. Got Charlotte going over. Oh.
Yes! Yes!
You know what's sad? If they wanted to play it off, they could do something really stupid. Have Daniel Bryan come back at WrestleMania with her to go against Charlotte and Ric Flair.
They should have Daniel Bryan standing in like
A corner?
Bree's corner and then Ric Flair over in Charlotte's
What
corner.
I just said,
And then
yeah.
just Daniel Bryan put Ric Flair in the yes log. Just, yes!
And then first Ric Flair's got to
They're
elbow
just
drop
being
his
like,
coat.
woo! Woo! And tapping out.
Oh, God.
Oh, that'd be sad because you know if the yes lock goes on, he's going to break Rick's neck, and while he's going back, Daniel's going to break his neck.
Pop his neck right off.
Take both guys out in one
God
shot.
Pop
damn
Ric
it.
Flair's neck off like an old chicken.
Damn it, that means
So can we all agree that, do you think that Ric Flair's dropping an elbow on his jacket that night?
Oh, no.
At some
No,
point?
I'm
Ric
gonna say-
Flair is going to have sex with Brie Bella during this
in
match.
the ring.
I'm going to go against
No,
you, Teach.
classic
I think
outside the ring.
it's going to be a classic knee drop, not
After
an
what
elbow
happened-
drop.
Classic knee drop on the jacket.
After what happened
Perfect.
with
I love it.
Becky at freaking Royal Rumble,
That
I'm
was
just ready
weird.
to see him just go out and full out have sex with Brie Bella during this match.
I think we can all agree that was weird.
TVPG.
Be an interesting match.
So Brandon says an elbow, TJ says an elbow, I say a knee.
Oh, he says he's
So
gonna
we'll
put an
see what
elbow
happens.
Or
somewhere.
a fist.
Or a fist. All right. We're at...
Moving on.
Moving on from this point here, we come to the final match of the night.
The main event.
The main event.
Where there's no championship.
So who is actually in this? It's Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar, and Stephanie McMahon and Fatal 4-Way?
Wow.
Pretty much, yeah. The triple threat match for the privilege to face Triple H at
You have to win a
WrestleMania
match just to
32.
get with Triple H now.
To face Triple H at WrestleMania 32 for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. We have Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose, and Brock Lesnar.
Can we?
Ryan, go.
I'm just going to quickly touch. I actually like the idea a little bit that this isn't a championship match. I'm glad it wasn't Triple H winning the belt and him going on to Fastlane to fight Roman, which most likely would have been the next best thing. Because look at.
Pretty sure if they did that, they would have renamed the pay-per-view Buried Alive.
Shots
See,
fired.
I think this is a great idea. We have Triple H, the 4-time WWE World Heavyweight Champion. All the belts he's basically won, I think, except for the hardcore belt, if I'm not mistaken. He is the epitome of this business at this point in time. I think he's ahead of some of the big dudes. Like, I think his name was Hulk Hogan. I'm not sure. He's some racist.
Never heard of him.
Ric Flair. I think he's above John Cena, in my opinion. He's the one. Exactly. Shawn Michaels, even. Sorry, Shawn, I love you to death, but Triple H is that guy where you got to earn the right to fight him.
He's literally above all of them because he's an executive, but yes.
Literally, he runs the show.
All right, heels. Easy does it. I'm going to talk
calm down.
as a real person here. Triple H, I think they did this very well. You got to earn the right to fight
We can't
Triple
have
H.
him on too many podcasts, or else the WWE will sign him to be the top heel of the company.
Literally, he will be the top heel.
Hey, you guys just got to understand the business. I know how to book, boys. That's just it.
Something like that. So, who can you look? So you can say you're looking forward to the match.
I'm looking forward to the match because it's not a title match.
So who do you have?
Who do you have going over?
Oh, now talking about the actual match, I'm not looking forward to the actual But, no,
He's only looking forward to the idea of the match.
Complete swerve.
yeah, it's a good swerve, boys. I'm throwing the listeners off a little, but when I think of this match,
All four of them.
I honestly don't. If I can give you my opinion, I don't know why Brock's in this match. I think it's a wasted space. I'd rather see them set up what we've seen, the little tension we've put between Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns, a little lovers' quarrel.
A little bit.
I'd rather see them go at each other one-on-one. Brock's there as a filler, which is weird because when you have Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar in the match, that's exciting, especially just Paul Heyman. Now that Brock is going to be Suplex City and he's not one of the main focuses in this match. I find it really weird. I'm just like, toss his ass out of the ring, pretend he's hurt, and let the boys actually have a good match.
So who you got going over?
Who I got going over? I am not sure. I don't think Dean is ready for a title run at all, but that's where I think they're pushing. I personally want Roman Reigns to win. Even though it's the most predicted thing in the universe got going, I think Roman Reigns and Triple H is the better setup right now.
Brandon?
Okay, here's how it's going to go down.
You're hearing it live on the Hodder Show from Brandon from Your Average New Wrestling.
See it on the video I make later this week. Here's what's going to go down. They're all going to get into the ring. They're all going to fight. Brock Lesnar's looking to get some momentum. Next thing you know,
Dun, 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 dun,
out comes the Wyatt family.
Okay.
They beat the living hell out of all three of them. Luke Harper takes out Ambrose. Eric Rowan takes out Reigns. This is the point where they're all kind of tired.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt, Braun Strowman take out Brock Lesnar. And they beat Brock Lesnar more than anybody. And then after Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose are down, Harper and Rowan come out, and they help beat down Brock Lesnar. 2 Sister Abigails to Brock Lesnar. He's out cold. Heyman's taken off. He's running through the crowd at this point.
Do they drag him off like Taker and Kane, carry him right out?
They they basically kind of hold him in the whole position and carry him away. Brock Lesnar's out of this match. It's the last we've seen of Brock Lesnar for Fastlane. And then Ambrose is kind of getting to his thing, and Reigns is kind of getting in all that, and then they go a little longer, and then Ambrose and Reigns get tangled up in the corner. Ambrose turns his back on Reigns. Reigns, low blow. The heel turns accomplished.
Yeah.
Reigns, low blow. Waits, stalks Ambrose to get up, and you can see he's turned in his eyes. You can see Roman Reigns is turned in his eyes, and he's staring down Dean Ambrose from the other corner of the ring. Spear, 1, 2, lights go out. Gong.
Jeez.
All you see on the Titantron, with just black with purple lettering, Roman. WrestleMania 32. You will rest in peace.
And I thought I sucked at predicting.
And next thing you know, Dean Ambrose, roll up, 1, 2, 3.
You want
Dean Ambrose
Roman
wins.
Reigns versus The Undertaker at WrestleMania.
Yes.
Taker could die.
What internet mark told you this? I want to fucking know. If you think for 1 second, okay, I'm gonna lose.
No. Here's
that was
good.
There's something more to this.
Goldust should be the
this
WWE
is
champion
great.
before
Because
Taker fights
WrestleMania
Roman
30,
Reigns.
because a lot of people are speculating that Undertaker is actually going to retire after WrestleMania 33.
Yeah, but you had a hard on saying you want Taker and Sting. Let the old buggers have a geriatric match.
I realize
Not let
that, but
Roman Reigns
we haven't
kill
seen
him.
Sting at all.
Because he's dead.
I'm assuming Sting's not ready to come back, so this is more realistic.
This is about WrestleMania.
No, because I think Undertaker's willing to wait one more year to have a feud with John Cena and finish his career off against John Cena.
Okay, it makes sense.
So what they're going to do is have Roman Reigns go against Undertaker this year. And have Roman Reigns have Roman Reigns collect a cheap win over Undertaker at WrestleMania, giving him heel heat. Finally, the crowd's going to get behind Roman Reigns in a heel fashion.
I know you guys can't see this on the podcast,
as a
but I'm
heel.
going to put a shovel right beside the Undertaker's name. Because if it's a cheap win over Undertaker, Roman Reigns doing it, that's too much against Taker.
That's
how's
what
it
you.
again? He's done so
that's
much.
what you call. Well, it doesn't really have a name, but that's the kind of heat you don't want. That's the silent heat. That's the heat that you go. The fans already don't like Roman Reigns. Him beating the Undertaker, I feel is
They'll
not
boo
going to
him.
do.
Yeah,
They'll
but
boo
it's
him.
the wrong booze.
It's the booze you don't want.
But this is the new type of heel.
So what do? You just you say to Triple H, you're taking the step
The
aside.
classic way the WWE's been building heels is perfectly shown with Kevin Owens or the New Day, where people still cheer them. This is going to be people strictly hating Roman Reigns.
It's a bold prediction.
That's just what I think.
I don't like it.
What do you think? That's just my prediction. Because apparently people are saying that Undertaker wants to stick around for WrestleMania 33 and take on John Cena for his last
makes
match.
sense. I can see that happening.
So it makes sense that Roman Reigns can take on John Cena, or Roman Reigns can take on The Undertaker WrestleMania 32, and it's not his last match, so it's not like
It's a Band-Aid. It's a Band-Aid on the problem. I can see what you're saying now that it's explained. I still think that's just insane. My opinion. I can't do it.
I don't think Taker can take Roman's bumps. If I'm looking at that future prediction, I'm worried about Taker's health going against him. I don't think it's going to be a good match at all.
It's better than Undertaker versus Braun Strowman.
Oh, you're fucking. That's just not even a fair
No one can
comparison.
fight Taker right now. I'm thinking just Taker.
I'm thinking Taker needs to take.
Trust me,
yeah,
if I have
but
a
that's
first,
about WrestleMania.
if I have a first thing, I want Sting and Taker for his last match.
Yeah.
But Sting might be still hurt. Who knows, right? We haven't heard anything about Sting.
Yeah, because that's a good thing, though.
Wow.
But he's injured. Or
See, I'm a
whatever's going
Sting
on.
guy. Ryan's a
Not a Sting
Hulk
guy.
Hogan guy.
Oh yeah, we had that. We won't go into that debate, but I mean, I love how all this craziness stemmed off this kind of semi-ridiculous triple threat match. You predicted it very well up until the gong. I almost liked the gong until you said that, but I love that you have the Wyatts coming and beating the shit out of Brock.
Okay, so
that's a perfect way.
that's a Bray and Brock.
Yeah.
Like we kind of think we're gonna
That's a
see.
perfect way
Yeah.
of getting rid of Brock, just so you can have.
Yeah,
a
And
absolutely.
and that way you say, okay, Brock lost this match, but he doesn't lose any power because
Yeah.
he got carried away.
Yeah.
Like four
He
guys.
got beat up by 4 guys and carried away.
Yeah, and then you
He
let
looks
Roman
fine.
or Dean Ambrose turn on each other, whichever you want the heel turn.
Yeah, but the only way to it has to be Roman turning. It has to be like he has to beat Dean Ambrose really in a bad way.
There's.
But then
Which a low blow works.
then what do you do at the championship match? Do you have the bat like?
Oh, Dean Ambrose wins the championship at WrestleMania.
Wow.
As far as my prediction, I pretty much agree with Brandon to a T. I think Brock Lesnar, he better not fucking go over.
Oh God.
I'm gonna be really pissed off if he does.
I mean, imagine that billboard though. Brock Lesnar, Triple H. I'll be okay with it.
No,
No.
we've seen it before. We've seen it. We've already seen those two go at it.
I would just go to Roman and be like, "Thank you for wasting our time," because all the time that we put into the TV watching of you just being hyped up, and then Brock, who's doesn't love the business, just could really care less about it. I'm going to go on record to say that part-time guy who vacated the title when he left on a small little vacation, you're going to put him in the title match again? It's like fuck off. I'd be like, get a life, Brock.
Yeah. There's definitely going to be a heel turn. There has to be. I don't see it working any other way. Obviously, I would like to see Roman turn heel. I think he'd be an amazing heel if done
I
properly.
think he'd be the best heel they've had since like Randy
Because
Orton.
I mean, why not? The fans already boo him. But in true WWE fashion, I feel that Dean Ambrose is going to turn heel because they've already been hinting at it. I don't want to see
Could that be
it.
exactly what they want you to do though? Because who does Dean?
Hopefully.
Because
I'm
remember
wrong.
how people were saying like maybe a little while ago that this whole Roman Reigns storyline is like fucking Stone Cold.
Yeah, touch.
This Ambrose thing almost seems like Stone Cold, but like in reality, they just never give Dean Ambrose that push. He's the blue collar kind of guy where he's like he wears jeans into his freaking matches. Yeah. He wears a tank top and jeans.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
What if like Dean Ambrose is our this generation's like Stone Cold, but like in his own way?
Yeah, I mean,
He's not blatantly ripping it off like they had Roman Reigns doing.
at the end of the day, turning Dean Ambrose heel isn't going to work. The fans love him too much. It's not going to fucking work. It's going to be a giant
People
mess.
just cheer Dean Ambrose if he gets
Yeah,
turned
But you
heel.
can't. If he cheap shots Roman, they're going to cheer because he's going to win.
Exactly, because
Exactly.
Roman Reigns will. But if Roman Reigns turns and still loses, they win. And if they get that Taker match, you figured out 3 problems. Brock's match, you also figured out Brock losing without looking bad because he gets carried out by the Wyatts.
Yeah.
You have Roman turning. You have the Undertaker's opponent at WrestleMania. You have a top card face in Dean Ambrose. And you have a championship match which people will watch in Dean Ambrose versus Triple H. Would you watch that match?
Let's just go into our
And wouldn't
predictions.
it? And
I'm just-
it would completely look like the Royal Rumble foreshadowed it.
I look at it where if it's Dean Ambrose to me is not a champion. He doesn't deserve it just yet.
Well-
I'm not buying Triple H and Dean Ambrose as a main card event, even if Dean Ambrose loses.
But you're not supposed to buy it yet because
No, I mean I
He still
won't
has
buy
to-
it at all. You
not
could say,
even after the build up to WrestleMania.
They could literally be like, "Hey, do you want to come to WrestleMania and watch this?" I'd be like, "No, can you change the main event?"
Wow.
If Ambrose wins, I'm definitely not going to like it because I don't believe it. I don't believe
It
Dean
doesn't sound
Ambrose
like you
can
really
beat
like
him.
if anybody wins this match.
I want Roman Reigns to win because let's just finish off the storyline how they wanted to. Let's see what happens to Roman. If Roman loses or win, lose, or draw, and the fans still don't like him, Roman's done. You can push him away. You bring in Kevin Owens.
Push him away? You can make him the top heel.
You bring in Kevin Owens. You bring in Dean Ambrose. Fuck, you bring it back Vader for all I give a shit about. But you bring back somebody to go for the belt. But in this way, you wash away Roman Reigns because he's done. Not done as a way, but this is a way. Let him go to WrestleMania, have the feud they've set up for months, or that's not a waste of time. And be like, Roman, fans don't like you, you're done.
Why risk burying a guy like Roman when you can put him over as the top heel of the company?
Because that makes too much sense.
Makes too much sense, and how do you buy it?
But also, pushing Dean Ambrose makes sense, and they're starting to do that.
Yeah. That's what I think Ambrose is going over. I think he's going to go over as a heel, but they're going to realize very quickly, wow, this isn't fucking working. Turn him face. It is what it is. I think it's going to be a bit of a clusterfuck.
Oh, yeah.
I think we can all agree it's going to be a controversial match.
Yep.
We're looking forward to see how it ends. That's pretty much that as far as I don't think I'm forgetting any matches.
I think we're forgetting maybe possibly one thing. What is the common thing we've seen after every pay-per-view lately? The McMahons come in somehow. Now, whatever the result is, do you find Triple H and Stephanie is going to make their presence known? Whether it's them just coming out on stage and staring
100%.
down somebody, or they're going to do something.
100%. I'm sure
Triple
we'll
H
see
will
it
come
at some
out after
point.
the match is over and stare down whoever wins.
And I'm looking forward to that moment. As much as I'm not going to like it.
I hope he comes out to Stephanie's music.
Well, yeah, because Brock did. I mean.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And with that.
And with that, Triple H coming out to Stephanie's music is where we'll end off.
Yeah, that's what we're going to end off with.
Celebrate. You never go to... I don't know the words.
Welcome to the Queendom. With the Kings
Queendom.
bow proud.
They relinquish the crown.
Regardless, we're definitely going to see the McMahons. It should be overall.
Long live Ambrose.
I'm just going to go over the whole, what we just talked about today. I think overall this should be a much better pay-per-view that we've seen in the last couple of months.
I think it's going to be better than people are expecting. People are expecting this to be a bad
Absolutely.
pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, do you guys not remember TLC and Survivor Series? I think Fastlane's looking pretty good right now.
All right, what's your match of the night? What's the best match you think he's going to be all night?
Can we just all say Owens and Ziggler? I think we're all going to lean towards that.
I am for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Owens and Ziggler.
Match of the night.
I'm glad I read your minds there. Yep.
All right, and with that, we're going to sign
Until
off here,
Undertaker
guys.
comes back to
Oh,
beat
fuck
Roman.
Oh, just stop.
Yeah,
stop. Shut
you
him up.
ruined the whole
Shut him up.
podcast.
All right, guys, with that, we're going to sign off here. Thanks so much for hitting the play button and listening in. Here with the heel Ryan Wood. Ryan, thank you for joining us.
Hey, no problem, buddy. Thanks for having me.
We got Brandon. Thanks for joining us and making some outlandish predictions.
That is not as outlandish as it thinks.
Be sure to tune in to Brandon's YouTube channels to hear his
Outlandish predictions, apparently.
his outlandish predictions. Maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? Maybe I'll wake up tomorrow morning and have a different opinion. My name is TJ Hodder, as you know. Thank you guys so much again. We will catch you.